Shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
We all the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect, we're joining because we focus on the planet Earth. Here to preach the gospel, the downfall of America, right? Downfall of the tyranny of the Edomite, the so-called white man, right? And his accomplices, confederates, these other nations.
Right.
Elam, the Syrians, Ishmael, the Arabians, right? Ham, the so-called Africans, Moab, the so-called Chinese, Ammon, the so-called Japanese,
right.
And the list goes on. Every other race is not Israel. Israel represents the 12 tribes, right?
Right.
12 tribes, right? Of the sons of who? Of Jacob, whose name was turned to Israel, Yasharala, right? We represent the prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
That's right.
Right? Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is creator of heaven and earth. Yahweh being the Father, Yahushai the Son. Ba'ashem is in the name of. We can't go to the Father but through the Son. He's our only intercessor. He shed his blood to redeem the nation. Right?
Yeah.
Right? This is the only power. Scripture says what the gods of the other nations are no gods. This is the only power that has what? Prophecy. Right? None of these idols have prophecy. Right? This is the only power that tells you what the end at the beginning. And guess what? The end is now. The end is manifest according to 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1 going down. Right? The end is manifest. By what? By prophecies. The measuring stick. Scripture says measure on my fucking
This is Obadiah, verse 14. And I will Salakio. Yeah, this is Obadiah chapter verse Obadiah verse 14. Salakio, Obadiah verse 15. For the day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is near upon all the heathens.
Yes, near upon all the heathens, all the nations that have come before. Right? Sergeant predominantly Esau. Because Esau is responsible for what? Breaking our brotherly covenant,
right,
and having us in slavery up to this day. Right? Who is it? Us, the Negroes, the Latinos, the Native Americans. Right? The Native Americans, they are also what? The nation of Israel. The so-called Caribbean Arawaks and the West Indies. They are the nation of Israel.
Right.
Everywhere Christopher Colon went. And there was natives that he slaughtered. Here in the conquistadors, they slaughtered. They were the 10 tribes, the 10 lost tribes. Right.
And back in Obadiah verse 15, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is near upon all the heathens.
Yes, near upon all the heathens. Right? The scripture says the Lord is not, his eyes are upon a sinful kingdom. That means the angels watching. Right? And this is a sinful kingdom. The heathens ruling in this kingdom. He saw predominantly. Go ahead.
He said, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. That is what? Recompense. Right? That is justice. Right? Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. That way it goes back too.
That's right.
Right? You're raped, you're robbed, you're murdered. Right? You're extort, you're trafficked. That's what you all did to the Negroes, the Latinos, and the Native Americans.
That's right.
Right? And why I say the Latinos and the Natives? Because some of the first batches of slaves was what? The Natives that they carried back to what? Spain and Portugal. Right? They was under yoke too. Right? You spoil all the nations. Right? And you all have never been spoiled. Right?
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Yeah, it's a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation. Right? Because we went through tribulation, we're still going through tribulation, we're still going through oppression. Look what's going on in the news. Venezuela is being oppressed. Right? It was broken down and hey, think a little deep, you realize that the reason why these people are being oppressed is because of American sanctions.
Right.
And the stealing of the natural resources from underneath them.
Right.
The Europeans taking what they gold and the reserves and they're backing for their money. Right?
They free the assets.
They free their assets, these Edomites. That's what they had. The scripture says for so long you all have ruled with what? Deceit.
Right.
Right? You all are the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
The word devil means what? Deceiver. That's the so-called white man.
That's right.
But it goes much deeper than that.
Good.
Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Yeah, that's his spirit. Is not upright in him. His spirit is lifted up. He's a proud man. He's wicked. He's not upright. The scripture said in Sirach, good is set against evil, and life is set against death.
Right.
The one is set against the other. Right? Israel represents what? Good. Right? Because without the poisons and philosophies of the devil, right? We would have been serving Yahweh Shem Shai. Right? But the poison of the devil, which is the so-called white man, has spread across the world. Right. So what? We into what? Whoredom, idolatry, right? Democracy, feminism, homosexuality.
All come on democracy.
Yeah, all that come on democracy. Everybody have a right.
Yeah, democracy is detrimental to our people.
What?
Yeah, he said back in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4, he said, "For the just shall live by his faith."
Yeah, the just shall live by faith, and the only just men. Like who? Job? Job was a just man. Right? Noah was a just man. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. They were just men.
Joshua, Moses, Yahweh Shai.
No, the just shall live by faith. And now that's what? Faith is a gift to who? The nation of Israel. Right? But these heathens, they're carnal. That's why they have idols and images to worship, because they have no faith. That's why that's why their court of law is how it is. Right? They're carnal minded. Why?
He said, I got quick piece for you. Talking about these heathens. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 17. Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 18. He said, I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that Yahweh might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts.
That is so-called white man. They are the beasts. These are the nations. They are creatures because they minus the law. Right? The law is what makes us upright as men. Right?
Yeah, back in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine.
Yeah, we transgressed by wine, which is what? Doctrines and philosophy. Right? We really are strong demons. Right? Homosexuality is our right. That's our wine. That's our doctrine. Right? Lesbianism, pedophilia. Right? Bestiality. The brothers was going into true. When Fox News trying to demonize the Israelites, in particular GMS, when they put down that woman. Right? At the end of the true story, what they show you these Jews, these nasty ass homosexual Jews, doing circumcision by what? Oral circumcision, and what? Causing herpes and even some of the children to die. Right? That's beast. That's a wrong philosophy.
So this is what we gotta do, because anybody in the right sense gonna know, gonna see when the Edomite woman fall. Anybody in the right sense gonna know that, hey, she had to invade them brother's space. Because in the video them brother they move. If you look at the video them brother they move. And what Esau do? Esau cut out the part when she walk up to them brother and was being disrespectful. Because she hates your judgment. You understand? But Esau, you can't do nothing against the truth but for the truth. When you do this pushing the truth more, Esau, that's why the most I say you're not trained of fools. You understand?
All publicity is good publicity.
Look what's going on in Venezuela. Venezuela is a socialist country. And here we say they need to restore democracy. That's the wine. Transgressed by wine.
When you look deep into that whole Venezuela thing, But Duro and Yugoslavia before him, his predecessor, they fought their people. Right? But guess what? The scripture says in the says, no man shall buy you, no man shall redeem you. It was only our shine.
That's right.
Right? And the just shall live by faith. That's what we read earlier on.
Right.
So what? The saints of the Most High, right? We waited for our shine to deliver us.
That's right.
Right? Yugoslavia can't deliver you. He get and go on. But Maduro can't deliver you now. Because I said not water, but hey. The elect gonna turn to Yahweh Shemel Shai.
That's right.
Right? And they're gonna live in faith. They're gonna hold. We have a scripture that said that they that faulted, the citizens of Zephaniah. Right? He's gonna come and save they that faulted. Right? You go ahead.
Yeah. Back in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5, he said, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keep it at home. He said, who enlarged his desire as hell. Yeah, he desires as hell. Well, hell is great. Go back to the word Shahol, which is hell. Hell never satisfies. You understand? You can bury everybody in the face of the planet. Hell still got space. The grave still got space. So the so-called white man habitat like hell. It never satisfies. You understand? Right? He said, right? He said, he is a proud man. Neither keep it at home, right? He all over the place, right? He all over the place talking about he doing this to the American people. He not doing it for the American people. He doing it for what? To steal resources. You understand? Look how these countries is thousands of miles away. How they the threat to your security? That's why Apostle Ramla said, the American people, y'all are a bunch of idiots. You understand? Y'all a bunch of imbeciles. Y'all believe everything the military, y'all. But terrorists. Right? The government is the biggest terrorist.
Yeah, God. The mites themselves are the biggest terrorists. Who stole a man from a land and put him on, scattered him abroad? Right? Who got rich from what? Trafficking slaves, put them on auction blocks, right?
They don't want to hear them things.
Who split up families and send one family on one island, and one family on the next island, or split them up on the same island, right? Rape their wives in front of their sons and the husbands.
Yeah.
Who did that? Who are sort of the Native Americans? Took the Native Americans, cut off their breasts, stuff their breasts, and threw them around. Right? Who skinned the Native Americans and where they skinned as what? As pants. Right? It was the so-called Edomite man. Right? In the movies and old westerns, you had the cowboy looking like he was the fucking hero. But it was really the Indians standing up for their rights and for their beliefs. They were invaded. Who always invaded? The Edomite man. Yeah. He's always invaded and claiming.
You need to keep it at home.
God. Increase his border as death and hell.
Yeah.
Right? So everywhere you go is slaughter. Right? When you see when you look up into what they spend the majority of the budget in what so-called national defense.
Yeah.
When you look into the amount of weapons that they have, they literally lie down in the bed as they say in the same Habakkuk chapter 2, and they think about evil. Right? Yeah, they bring it out. Right? You Edomite man. The so-called black man, well, we know he's a what? He's Jacob and Israel, right? What we are about? We are about peace, about having fun, enjoying your family, except for those that be totally poisoned and sedated, right? Because what the scripture prophecy says, what? Jacob was cool, dwelling in tents. A plain man dwelling in tents. You understand? This Esau is a wicked hunter, right? You hunt for fun, right? When they went out there in Africa and they was hunting all them lions and all the animals, who brought them to extinction? It wasn't harm, it was you, Esau. You bring them to extinction. Up to about 2 years ago, they killed some famous lion in Africa, right? And Edomite doctor came back to Florida and what ended up happening there? They had a big uproar. As much as the Africans, the Hamites could have done, after that they're dead. You understand? They're dead. Scot-free. The scripture said, he's not in trouble as other men. Right? What?
This Micah chapter 2, verse 1.
What?
He said, no matter, yes, Micah chapter 2. Yeah, he said, woe to them that devise iniquity. and worketh evil upon their beds.
Yeah, woe means destruction. Unto them that devise iniquity and worketh what evil upon their beds. When they lie down at night, all they can think about is how to oppress the poor. Hey, we're gonna invade. We're gonna come through the back door through Brazil, and we're gonna invade Brazil, Venezuela. We're gonna set up a puppet leader 35 years old, right? And we're gonna let him, through their constitution, claim presidency of Venezuela, right? All manner of iniquity they lie down and they think about. You understand?
And that's totally against the so-called Venezuelan constitution. Because the people supposed to elect who they want to govern them. You understand? So show America Esau is confusion. That's why the Most High said, thus shall be his meat all the days of his life, and thus is confusion. And that's how you either might push through the earth. Confusion. Giving women rights is confusion.
Shalom,
Shalom,
the lion name was Cecily Lion. So what up?
Yeah. You understand? Giving homosexuality rights is confusion. Pedophilia rights is confusion. Laying down with beasts is confusion. All you either might push is confusion. You understand? Right? You put in all them sanctions of Venezuela, where's why the people, you seize the asset. These things you're not talking. You understand? You're not talking these things we are doing, make Venezuela go into the crisis. You seize the asset. Now when President Maduro asks his gold, you're denying him his gold. You either might got a lot to pay for.
Yeah, and then when the so-called refugees, which are the Venezuelans, and they leaving and coming up, and even the Honduras, because they're oppressing them too. And the whole of South America is what? Is Israel, right? When you oppress them too, and they leave it to come up to your borders, where they should get peace and refuge, what are you doing? You're building a wall, and you're lining up your troops to shoot them down, right? So you're that hypocrite.
Yeah, you devils got a lot to pay for. Don't forget the so-called Venezuelan, so-called Honduras, they are the prince of the power. He that touching you, touching the apple of my eyes. You either might got a lot to pay for. Right? Right? It's Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and worketh evil upon their beds.
Yeah, that's the Edomite man. Put them in the Jew Edomite man. Because the Jew Edomite man, they have the money to devise the iniquity. Go ahead.
Yeah. He said, when the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand.
Right, that's why I say it's predominantly Jew Edomite man. Right? Because you have different sects. You have the Amalekites, right? You have the Khazars. But hey, these Jews, right? What they do? They have the money, right? Because what they try to do, they try to force fit the prophecies on themselves, right? So you see America, they have a great portion of the budget going to what? To Israel, and a great portion of the money going into what? Defense. Right? Why they blessing Israel? Because they say, the scripture said, they that bless thee shall be blessed. Right? But they force fitting the prophecies onto them, the Edomite man. Right? What is scripture talking about is that time where these nations will know they have to come and bless. They will know, because what? This is after we say the saints of the Most High, led by Yahushai and King David, and the angels going to take the kingdom. Right? The scripture says every knee shall bow. Right? It's not going to be force-fed. You're force-feeding. You're suffering the infrastructure. Right? You're suffering so much within America to force-feed. Because why? You're feeding a great portion of your money to uphold Israel. Right? Which is a wicked place. Israel right now, nowhere in the doctrine says it's supposed to be going back to Israel, because Israel right now is what? It's vile. Right? It's full of what? It's full of homosexuals. There's what? Tel Aviv, big city, full of homosexuals. They have what? They have a slut walk there, I think. When the women walk topless. You know, all this kind of craziness going on in Israel right now. Right?
I'll keep going for you. Revelation chapter 3, verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thee, before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee.
Yeah, the Most High is going to make it manifest for the whole world. Right? The scripture says we're going to be delivered in these places where we say you are not my people. Right? So these Jews saying that, hey, these black Hebrew Israelites and they demonize them. The black Hebrew Israelites. We're not black. Black. What we preach? Put 6 in your fire. Why not church and love God? Bomb box in my face, boy, you must mad. Well, I no figure so bad, well, I don't see. Round a bad bush man. Young president, young bush man. From me use a shot fan. From me, you're falling the moon, you're black fan. Look how they talk about. Yeah, we not black Hebrew Israelites. Because what we preach is nationality. Right. We don't preach color. Color is not a nationality. Right. Yellow is not a race. Right. Pink is not a race. Red is not a race. We speak nationality. Nationality go back to the spirit of the man. And the spirit of the man goes back to who? His progenitor. Or progeny. His father. Right? We are what our father is. A mango falls from what? A mango tree. It does not fall from a cherry tree. Right? So black Hebrew Israelite is a defamation of character. Right? And it's a false statement. Right? It says, Zephaniah.
All these girls, these cribs, these cars. I hate to say it, but it seems so flawed. Success didn't come till I cut it all off. Little girl with the press.
This is Micah for you. Yeah, back in Micah, chapter 2, verse 2, he said, and they covet field and take them by violence. Yeah, they covet field and take them by violence. Right now, where they do in Libya. Right? They take it by violence, the spread that kind of propaganda about Gaddafi. You understand?
All Gaddafi was doing was printing gold, unifying Africa, right? Making Africa a self-sufficient nation that didn't have to depend on what that third party, which is US, because the US Edomites. Well, actually America, when they look it up, as we was talking coming up in the car, when they say America what means Edom. Yeah. Right? Because when there was actually Trail of Tears, right? When they talk about the Americans, it was what the fucking white man supplanted and kicking off God and Ruben. America versus Pusey, right? The Edomite man. When they go back to President Botha of what? South Africa, when he talk about the Afrikaners, he's talking about the Edomite man, right? Because the South Africans, like right now, they're being persecuted and they're crying out. It's wrong. It's a reverse apartheid. It's that the South Africans or the Hamites, they're kicking the hell out of Esau, right? Right. Yeah, they're kicking the hell out of Esau. They don't want Esau, because Esau came as what? Afrikaners, Edomites, and took all their lands, took all their resources, right? And they supplanted, it went into what? Gentrification, right? They took everything out of South Africa and they pushed the so-called Hamites in natives of the land, they pushed them out, right? Took away all the liberties and whatnot and the lands and whatnot, right? But guess what? In reverse, the Most High reversing them curses upon Esau now. Right. Whereas these Edomites are crying out. They can't get land, and guess what? They're putting them to death too. I'm putting them to death. That's the point in my house in our shy.
That's right.
Right? Now more. Bring the sheep.
Hey, why we feel we got it?
Isaiah, you can bring Isaiah 4. Isaiah 4, 7:1.
Isaiah 4, 7:1. Yeah. It is Isaiah. Yeah. Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. He said, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Yeah, that dust represents confusion. right? Come down into that confused state, right? There was in that dust in what? For the past 2 days, just a couple of weeks ago, from Christmas coming up to what? 2 or 3 days ago. There was confusion. The nigga woman crying out, not knowing when the next meal gonna come, not knowing how they're gonna pay the heat and bill. There's confusion, right? The philosophies, everything is being uncovered, right? Babylon, it means confusion, right? When Master Babal, you talk about Babal, confusion. Go ahead.
Sit on the ground, there is no throne, or that of the Chaldees, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah, thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. All these nations, all the nations, all 18, used to run to America, seeking what? The American dream, that paradise. And funny enough, not funny enough, but ironically enough, the Most High, he burned paradise down in what? In Hollywood, California.
Right.
He burned it down. Through what? A plague of what? Fire.
That trailer.
Right?
That's a trailer what about to happen.
Can't.
You know, before a movie come out, there's a trailer.
Yeah, that's just a prelude. That's just a prelude for what's about to come.
Yeah.
But hey, wait for the main attraction. Right? Well, let's hold on. You know? Come sit down and just get in.
You know? This is Nahum chapter 3 verse 1. It said, woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery.
It's full of lies and robberies, but I was going into that. What are they doing in Venezuela? What are they doing? What are they doing all over? Venezuela is just the most recent. They've been doing it in Greece and many other nations. As you said, Libya.
Yes. Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Somalia, Niger. You understand?
Right?
And all these other countries that you overthrew, like in South America.
Argentina.
Argentina economy finished.
Because what, they underneath the American dollar?
He said, I don't care about you Israelite. You so-called Argentina, you want to tribe of Naphtali. You are Israelite. The America don't care about you, them Edomites don't care about y'all. And this Brazilian president, he named Bolsonaro.
That the one they set up?
Yeah, the Bolsonaro. Hey, the so-called white man don't care about y'all. All these men is puppet. Yeah.
They set him up, right? He going inside there and he going to give away all your resources to who? To the Americans, to the Edomites.
That's why the base for invade Venezuela. You understand? You Colombians, you want to be tribe of Asher. The so-called Venezuela is your brother. And you sign with the enemy. Don't hand join your hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. Right? Put me back here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, back in Nahum chapter 3, verse 1, it said, woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies. Yeah, the bloody city is you so-called white people. You, this bloody city. Right? It is full of lies. So-called white man says he come out the womb, he's speaking lies. You understand? He's the father of lies. Right? So, he said, and robbery, the prey departed not. Who's the prey? The prey is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You are the prey. You understand? And right now, the guy you had trapped in this island. And you don't even know that. The guy you had trapped. You don't watch the news. You don't read the newspaper. You are trapped in this country. A lot of you are going to die from hunger. Right? A lot of you are going to die out there when the race war kick in. Because they have you trapped. You want to save America. That's your enemy. That's your number one enemy. And you see now, Kamala and them now, which they from the Persian Empire, them is Stingian, we call them Coolie Boy. Them is your enemy too. They sided with Esau. Because she want to push the microchip. She talking about digital currency. Where you putting where you storing the digital currency? You storing it in a bank? Where you store your digital currency? You niggas don't ask questions. Alright, you bring a digital currency. Where are storing it? You understand? Yeah, go ahead.
It says Psalm 83 verse 2.
Yeah.
For Lord, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
Yeah.
and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation,
Yeah.
that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Yeah, you just like was being cut off. That's why you call yourself Trinidad. You don't know who he is. And then when you get cornered, you white African. That name of a man.
White man.
You come from the man. You come from the man, sit back.
It says, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The tabernacles of Edom,
Yeah, the so-called white man.
and the Ishmaelites,
Arabs,
Moab,
Chinese.
and the Hagarenes,
Yeah, they going back to the Africans.
Gibal,
Yeah.
and Ammon,
Among the Japanese.
Amalek,
The so-called Jewish people.
and the Philistines,
Right? These Africans.
the inhabitants of Tyre.
Africans again, these are enemies.
Ashur also is joined with them.
So
They
yeah.
have,
Yeah, go ahead.
they have opened the children of Lot, Selah.
So you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you have enemies, and your enemies is the heathen. Right?
These are Micah chapter 2. Micah chapter 2 verse 1 says, woe to them that devise iniquity
Yeah.
and work evil upon their beds.
So here's the iniquity where the so-called white man device to y'all. 70% of your food comes from America and Europe. Right? And then the energy set, where you use the energy, come from there too. And right now the devil, which is the US ambassador, Joseph Mondelo, he slammed Rowley because Rowley side with Maduro. I know he said democracy and prosperity require tough choice. They're gonna bring hell on you niggas in this country.
That's right.
Them words there, them never proud. He said democracy and prosperity require tough choice. Their whole intention is to bring you microchip in this place. And you dumb niggas walking around here with a smile on your face. Not know your enemy got your trap.
Yeah.
Not know your enemy done devise a wicked device on the bed for y'all.
They besiege.
Yeah, the besiege. When this food that I see right now, that I'm gonna run out, there's no more food coming in this place. Because the whole scene in Venezuela got escalate real fast.
That's right.
Because this is the year of Caracma.
That's right.
This is the year the mark of the beast go push.
That's right.
You understand? Go ahead.
It says, and work evil upon their beds.
Yeah?
When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
Yeah, the power of the Edomite hand. The most I give the Edomite hand power to come down and you wickedness right in this island. You understand? To come down and come and read it out. She say, hey, she telling you what they're gonna do. They're gonna lock off your food. Right, Trinidad import oil from Venezuela. Trinidad is part of NATO. Right? Trinidad is a democracy country. What do you think gonna happen when Trinidad continue to buy the oil from Venezuela? They're gonna put sanctions in this place. Even if wrongly crumble and decide to go on Donald Trump's side, they're gonna still put pressure on this place. Yeah, there's no way to turn but to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai.
That's right.
Right? And now you go drive around in your fancy car and this, you don't want to hear this. Hey, that day, y'all glad to hear this.
Looking for it.
Y'all glad to hear this. You dumb niggas gonna die.
That's right.
Go ahead,
Have a quick precept.
Yeah.
So Psalms 36, Saturday 1. The transgression of the wicked said within my heart that there is no fear or power before his eyes.
Yeah, the so-called white man he fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? If he fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, he will release the prince of the power. You understand? But no, he ain't got no fear. Go ahead.
For he flattered himself in his own eyes until his iniquity be found to be hateful.
Yeah, and the whole world know the so-called white man is the devil.
That's right. That's why when they run that fake chemical attack on Syria, and they try to blame
Assad.
Bashar al-Assad, whatever you pronounce his name, right? Russia was hip on them and it was on them when they was trying to do wrong too.
Yeah.
The RT was on it. When they come and they see all the crisis actors, all the fake actors, the actors and the shells and shit.
Yeah, the activists have set up.
The canisters and everything from America, they found it and call them out before. Right? Russia did their own private investigation. They're saying, why? We have a council set up to deal with situations like this. Why America rush and send in their investigators before the time that the organization set up? Because the nation's hip. They're already hateful. And that's why we went into Isaiah 47, come down to the dust, right? And the bloody city, right? And the tree. These nations know about you. They're exposed, right?
Most I see you make Esau beer. You make something beer, exposed to.
Exposed like that.
And they didn't, and what they will do to when they realize that the world realize the play what they do over and over. That's shoot off. I think it's 47 time I missile. It's 47 time I missile from the shoot off.
In Syria.
When they see with British and America shoot it off. Why? They destroy evidence. If you claim this man do it, why should all the missiles to destroy the evidence? You so-called white people are a bunch of fools.
It says, for he flattered himself in his own eyes until his iniquity be found to be hateful. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He had left off to be wise and to do good. He devised mischief upon his bed. He set it himself in a way that is not good.
Yeah, his heart, his soul that is in him is not upright. He got him, Esau just can't do good. And we keep telling you Israelites, you so-called Negroes that relate American Indian, the so-called white man can't do good.
That's right.
Why eat from the tree? Let the tree of death. Democracy is detrimental to you Israelites. All democracy brings is pain and sorrow.
It says, he devised mischief upon his bed. He set it himself in a way that is not good. He abhorred not evil.
Yeah, the man don't move away from evil. The man cleave to evil. The whole world see what's going on with Venezuela. How proud these devil is and how wicked and demonic they is. When the scripture say, my son, meddle not in many matters. That's roughly paraphrasing. You understand? But that's how the Most I show you clear as day. That's how America, that's how these Edomites been doing it from since day one. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, back in Micah chapter 2, verse 2.
Yeah.
It says, and they covet fields and take them by violence.
How they get this land? They take it by violence. Who was here before? Our brothers, so-called Native American Indian, they was here before. They come and take it by violence. With Christopher Columbus, the devil. Hey, he back here today, no? The devil back here today. Because he got to get judgment. You understand? If he back here today in his spiritual realm, but he can come, he still gonna come. He still gotta come and face his judgment. You understand? You people need to wake up. You people in a trap. You in a trap and you don't even know. I know this Marshall Montano and I will judge. They leading y'all into a trap. The enemy be see this country. Where that?
Nah, man, if I could say this too.
Yeah.
This man Maduro say don't
Right.
trust the gringos
Don't trust the gringos.
because all they want to do is come and take your oil, your
Yeah.
gold, and whatever thing you have in your resources in your country.
And
Alright? Right? And that is scripture and the covet field. The word covet means to be what? Basically I long for somebody else thing.
Really
greedy.
well. Really well.
They say they can never have enough.
They could never have enough. They say the covet fields, the coveting what's going on in Venezuela right now because the whole point of the matter is the oil. You see that oil reserve Venezuela have is the biggest in the world.
yeah, the largest.
The largest oil reserve we have in the world. And Russia want a peace side and America want a peace side. So that is what going on right now.
Yeah.
So the coveting that.
Russia get peace because of prophecy. But Russia's gonna be destroyed too. Russia get peace because the Mosai set up like that, and there's not only the oil they want control over, no. They're unease because Russia in their backyard. Russia and China in their backyard. And there's not two easy nations to just take it lightly. They in their backyard. You understand? Cuba stand up with Venezuela. Bolivia stand up with Venezuela. Mexico stand up with Venezuela. So look at the passage again. They got clear passage. They got clear passage to America. So all this was causing them.
That's why they need to build the wall.
Yeah.
Not really for the natives.
The wall is a front. The wall is a front to put the pressure on the American people. These idiots in America. You understand? Put the pressure on them.
To throw up the prophecy too.
So they can cause a chaos too. So they can push your microchip. Yeah. No wall and building there. America, the border, the western, is the western side, the border by Mexico. The border by Mexico, this is the only border. The south.
Yeah, Mexico south.
Can't talk about it. This is the only border. The south is the only border. There's our Trump and Bill about the south border to keep out the Israelite.
A whole lot more.
It's bigger than that. They're walking the dog right there. Yeah. They're walking the dog right there. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. The elites are coming for all. They want to chip everybody.
This is Ezekiel chapter 28 verse 14. Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth, and I have sent thee so.
Yeah, he's so called white man, he covered what? The lies. Right? The most I said he's so. He's the one who cover, he's the one got the Chinese man feel he's a Chinese. Got the East Indian feel he's a East Indian. You understand? Got you feeling wherever land you born in, that's who he is. You understand? Well,
it says, thou wast upon the holy mountain of the Most High.
yeah.
Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire.
Yeah.
God, the holy mountain is Israel, and
Good.
the stone of fire is them missiles are going to tear your ass up.
Exactly.
It says, by the multitude of thy merchandise, they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. Therefore I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of the Most High.
Yeah, I tell you the mountain, the Most High, them Jewish rat. You understand? They defile our land. Them Palestinians, they defile our land. A whole heap of idolatry inside it. You understand?
It says, I will cast thee as profane out of the mountains of the Most High, and I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. Thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by reason of thy brightness. The Illuminati, the bankers. I will cast thee to the ground. I will lay thee before kings, that they may behold thee. Thou hast defiled thy sanctuaries by the multitude of thine iniquities, by the iniquity of thy traffic. Was what was who? Us, the slave trade. Right? We was the ones traffic on auction off on auction blocks.
Right.
Right?
Therefore will I bring forth fire from the midst of thee. It shall devour thee, and I will bring thee to ashes upon the earth, in the sight of all them that behold thee. All they that know thee among the people shall be astonished at thee. Thou shalt be a terror, and never shall thou be anymore.
And that's what happened because that war building up. Right? Trinidad besieged. Right? Russia on one side, America on the next side, America trying to be that bully to choose sides, you know. Our prime ministers, let's say let's stay out of it. CARICOM states want to support. Some want to support, some just keep it quiet. OACS, all that bullshit, guess what? America going to burn. Right? And guess what? The Confederates are going to burn too. Right?
Trinidad and Tobago is too deep. You so-called Trinidadian, you have to play with the serpent, so now you have to get bite. Prepare for them sanctions. America gonna bring sanction in this place. You have to prepare for it. Because you have to play with the serpent. Little America, you have to play with the serpent.
Well, let's say they call them white helmets in Syria.
Yeah. You have to play with the serpent. So prepare for get bitten. Because that's all the serpent know to do, bite.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 4, it says, and thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked, and the scepter of the ruler.
Yeah, the Most High breaking the staff of the wicked. The Most High divide them. They divide. That's why they have no stability in the kingdom right now. All of them fighting each other. Look. If you have any eyes to see, you can see. Look and see who fighting. It's the Edomites. There's who fighting. The British. We're going back to the Brexit with the European Union. Look what's going on in France, Germany, Greece. Look what's going on in America with the Republican and Democrat. Look what's going on with America and Russia. All these are Edomites. Look what's going on in Russia and Ukraine. All these are Edomites. Look and see who's the one that fighting. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, Daniel chapter 2 verse 43, and whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men.
Yeah, they mingle themselves with seed of men. They call it the great melting pot, with all these nations dwelling. That's an abomination. The Most High don't want all these nations come together and with one people. The Most High not dealing with that. That's why the Most High gonna burn. The Most High gonna burn all them nations in Babylon. He's gonna burn them up. Yeah, go ahead.
Babylon gonna be a pot.
God.
It says, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with even as iron is not mixed with clay.
God.
And in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
The kingdom of heaven. You understand? The iron makes it clay. Some strong and some weak. Hey, the British, right? The UK, they are iron. Greece is a clay. You understand? Germany is an iron. You understand? America's an iron, Russia's an iron. Some of these European countries, they're clay. So that they're not going to stand, they're going to fall. Right now, we're in the 10 toes. Right? What we witness in there is great. Hey, we're going to speak about this in the rest of eternity. This is the father of the Edomites kingdom, the most wickedest kingdom ever established on the face of the earth. Come on, sir. You understand? We witnessing greatness. Not no fucking NBA final, but you witnessing greatness. We witnessing the fall of our enemy. You understand? Yeah, man, we stand. You understand? That's what we witnessing. You understand? Yeah. So the Edomite fighting, the house divided. Right? Yeah.
I want to tell you, this is because we're talking about kingdom being built up within. This is Jeremiah 50 verse 20. Lord, my battle axe and the weapon of war. For with thee will I break in pieces a nation, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms, and with thee will I break in pieces horse and rider. And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman. And with thee will I break in pieces young and old. And with thee will I break in pieces young man and maid. I also will break in pieces with thee shepherds and his flock. And with thee will I break in pieces husbandman and his yoke of oxen. And with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers. And I will render Babylon and I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord.
Yeah, most I can use the elect. Right? You can use Yahweh Shai and the elect. A matter of fact, Salak, you can use Yahweh Shai to break this nation in pieces. You understand? Yahweh Shai is who will do it. You understand? Break this nation in pieces.
This is a great thing we see.
Okay.
Scripture. Where I was trying to say, words that I give my father name, we shall be peace and even great.
God. Yeah, that's your precept. Yeah. That's your precept. Sirach, the thing is Sirach 35 and 7. Yeah.
So Sirach chapter 25. Sirach chapter 25 verse 7.
Yeah.
There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. There be 9 things that I have judged with mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that had joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
He that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And this is we see it. God. Yeah. This is we see it. We see the fall of you Edomites, you Elamites, you Hamites, you Moabites, you Ishmaelites, you Gorashites, you Canaanites, Jebusites. We see the fall of our enemy. You Midianites. You understand? We see the fall of our enemies. Right? That's why we give Yahweh Hashem Yahushua praises and glory. Because he destroying our enemy. You understand? Yes. Right? This is okay, go ahead, bring it.
This is John chapter 14 verse 12. It says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father.
Good.
I just living to see the so-called white man fall. We in that time, when we see Esau actually falling right before we eyes. Alright? Back then they didn't see that. Because the devil still had also come back into play. But we in that time right now. When we see these Edomites work, scrambling and trying to find a fucking answer for what's going on. They're trying to find an answer, they're digging up all out. They're trying to see how we could stop the Hebrew Israelites. But they can't stop these Hebrew Israelites. Hey, I was trying to say the kingdom of heaven is like unto a grain of mustard seed, bro. You know why is a mustard seed? That is the smallest thing in the day. That's why the smallest seed. When you plant it and it grows, it's the biggest tree. It's one of the biggest trees in the world you could see. And that is the kingdom of heaven. It started with Abba Bevans and watch I in Trinidad right now preaching the gospel. And he set foot in America. That is how this world, like wildfire, will just spread, spread, spread until it takes over this whole world, until you see a kingdom established on this earth.
Okay, that one for you. This Jeremiah 51, verse 22. So Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 22. He said, a song of battle in the land and a great destruction. He said, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broke?
Yeah, how is the hammer and the whole earth cut asunder and broke? That's the United States of America. Right now, we see the hammer and the whole earth losing the power.
That's right.
Although America is a very powerful nation, they are losing their power because you know the 10 nations have the same capability them have. Nations with nuclear power just like them.
That's right.
Whereas in 1920, it was them alone who had the power. 1930, 1940, 1950. Them alone was the ones with the power, with the bombs, with the military personnel who could reach from here to your country in the space of 2 days.
Right.
Alright? Them alone had that power, but now China have it, Russia have it, Ukraine have it, Turkey have it, North Korea have it, South Korea have it,
India, Pakistan,
all of them have it. So your power fucking dwindling, and on top of that, the Israelites outside here preaching against the kingdom, which is worse, because the scripture says whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
That's right.
Alright, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. So us is the one who, because when the apostles are great millstone, bringing down this place. Alright, with the spirit of the Lord mouth, we are bringing down this place.
That's right.
And then, with the brightness side coming. So when you have a shiny returns, you go and send, bring that destruction as well. But the hammer, the whole earth, don't have the power like he had. America don't have the same power like it had. Alright? America is not that supreme power on the earth again. Alright, and that is due to, the Most High Hashem Yahushai. Because the Lord getting ready to set up his kingdom on this earth.
That's right.
That's why we outside here.
That's
we
right.
outside here because the Most High getting ready to set up his kingdom on this planet.
That's right.
A kingdom of complete righteousness. We know why you people don't want for complete righteousness. All they want to do is study about Ira George and Marshall, as brother said. That's right. Alright, or they don't want complete righteousness, or they don't want to see where women in the perfect order and men in the perfect order, and they're trained in the perfect order, and we have servants and handmaids for we women. Or they don't want to see that. All they want to see is the so-called white man have his foot up all your ass 24/7. Because the so-called white man have his foot up all your ass in case all you didn't know. Because he can't do as he please. As a girl to go to work and go back home, why ain't take a trip and go to the Bahamas? Because you can't do that. Because the white man has foot up your ass. Whereas the same fucking white man can stay eat in Europe today and go and eat breakfast in Europe, go and have lunch in freaking America. Alright? And then maybe take his dinner in freaking Italy or the African continent.
Normal.
Just popping
Jet up it.
in a day.
Jet up it.
In one day.
Nigga bar up it.
Yeah, you niggas bar up it. There we go and buy this bar. You go buy this bar and get drunk. So you have a fucking small mind, or you're small minded. Or you don't know about the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, a bunch of you two-thirds out there, you all a bunch of imbeciles. An imbecile is somebody who are immature in the mental capacity.
That's right.
That's why you brother say your mind small. Y'all think like children. Right? Like I want to feel. This is Ecclesiasticus. It is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 4. He said, the power of the earth is in the hands of the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
One that is profitable, that's Yahushai.
That's right.
You get with Yahushai, and then the apostle. Because Yahushai said what? He also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So if the time to come, Yahweh, when I said his son Yahushai, to set up a kingdom that is profitable. Yahushai is the only one profitable to rule this earth. Alright, you so-called white people are profitable to rule the earth. What's your way out of the earth? Look at the earth. Look at the earth in the space of less than 1,000 years. In the space of less than 1,000 years, life on earth been dwindling till hey, people say that hey, 40 years is a long enough time to live. Very bad, they get to 40 bad, do good. People saying that. People say when they make it to 40, they do good. Because the place so dangerous to live. It's cancer, it's AIDS, it's guns, it's drugs. Alright, there's a set of fucking wickedness right around here, right?
Value of death.
Value of death. That's what the scripture said. Though I walk in the shadow of the valley of death, I shall fear no evil, for the Most High with us. Most High with us. Most High now with you two-thirds niggas, want to just be niggas. You spicks who just want to be spicks. You wetbacks who just want to be wetbacks. You Native American Indians who just want to be Native American Indians 24/7 and don't want to repent and come back to Yahweh by Hashem and Shai.
That's right.
Most High now with all you with us.
That's right.
Scripture says, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff they comfort me.
That's right.
And hey, that is our comfort in this is our comfort in this wicked land. The valley of the shadow of death. That's a man.
This is Proverbs 29 verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Right, so when the righteous in authority, the people rejoice. The righteous, who's the righteous? Alright, the righteous is the Israelites. That is the righteous. Two-thirds of Israel is part of the wicked also. So yeah, I'm trying to say you have your father, the devil.
Spiritual tears. Spiritual tears. Yeah, spiritual tears.
Yeah, spiritual tear, yeah.
Yeah, the same spirit of the Soka white.
That's right. The one-third of Israel is the righteous, right now. Alright, but the scripture say what? The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the ways of the wicked seduceth him. Two-thirds been seduced by the ways of the wicked. So, right, but those righteous, when they come back in the kingdom, they will be part of the righteous.
That's right. All Israel shall be saved.
All Israel shall be saved. Well,
jump into verse 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish.
yeah, you people ain't seen shit. You people ain't seen shit. What is to come? What happened? What happened right in front of you? You ain't seen nothing.
Yeah, bro.
All you see is that March the 3rd and the 4th is Carnival Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, shalom.
And all you're going to have a nice time and wine on somebody, girl. Like all of this.
This is a sudden thing. Imagine war. Cold war right by your border. Right by your border, but it's only 7 miles away.
Gone.
And these niggas still have more spirit.
They're jamming still.
That's what the Moses said, praying not for these people, right? What Jerusalem, what? What Jerusalem? All hell about to break loose in Venezuela, right? The whole region surrounded by heavy artillery. And look, Jerusalem. They are pussy. Yeah, man.
Second Peter, chapter 3, verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be resolved, what manner of persons ought you to be? In all holy conversation and godliness, verse 12. Looking forward and hastening to the coming of that day, wherein the heavens being on fire, being dissolved, and the elements melt with fervent heat. Right, so the elements were melt with fervent heat. Hey, the great melting pot was a spiritual name.
Okay.
Because that is what going on melt with fervent. That is the true melting pot. That is what going to be the melting pot. When the elements melt with fervent heat and melt all you fucking two-thirds, you so-called white people, you Chinese over there, you Arabs over there, alright? You Pakistanis who wow, your coolie restaurant over in the States, that is what going on melt with, that is the melting. That is the true melting.
All them elements gonna melt.
That is what going on. That spiritual name on all you, that melting pot. Because all is the place where going to be destroyed according to the Bible. Right? The United States of America is going to be destroyed according to the Bible.
That's right.
Most I say so. If you people don't wake up, you'll fall right along with it. The scripture says, go hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished.
That's right.
But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. The seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Alright, that is our hope in the day. That day, the Lord say he will deliver us, he will deliver us.
That's right.
But you people who don't repent, you're going to be destroyed.
Nevertheless, we, according to the promise, look for a new heaven and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
That's it. That's what we're looking for. You feel we like here, right? You feel we really like this place, right? That's not justice here, bro. The so-called white man over you, that is not justice. That's not supposed to be. That's not supposed to even come into your mind. The sense under your hand. But it comes into your mind. That's not supposed to be justice. Justice is us having the so-called white man enslaved. Justice is us.
Right.
The so-called East Indians enslaved.
That's right.
That's justice. Some homosexuals walking up and down the road. Alright? That isn't justice. But that is part of defiling the land.
Good.
That is defiling the land. The acts all you're doing defiling the land.
Women ruling over men.
Women ruling over men. Women doing as they please. Women going to work and having sex with other men and coming back home to the husband. And say, hey, me do nothing wrong. Alright?
You make I do it.
Oh yeah, or you make me do it. How the fuck I can make you one fucking ex-man? And bullshit.
I'm a piece of fair because you talk about America. They're burning up in America.
Done.
This is Ezekiel chapter 11 verse 2 and 3. Then said he unto me, Son of man, these are the men that devise mischief and give wicked counsel in this city, which say it is not near. Let us build houses. This city is the cauldron and we be the flesh.
That mate, that generally a honor. They all do chuck it off and you like it so low. So we so called 2 and 3. But you're saying time and near. Hey, we could do what we want still. Hey, we have a good 10 years. We have a 10 years to play with, man. Let me try and build up, establish ourselves. Yo, well, you ain't seen the fucking signs, bro. You ain't seen the signs, bro. The signs is this place.
What the scripture says, the land is as the garden of Eden before them. And behind them is a desolate wilderness.
Yeah. I say we're going down in Venezuela. Hey, y'all know we're going down in Venezuela? Y'all know they got war in Trinidad? Y'all know them Russians gonna be over here? But what? Them don't care, y'all don't care about that?
Yeah. I went on Muruga, right? And I hear they had some bacchanal with some men selling drugs in Venezuela. My mom telling me in Venezuela them know everybody in Muruga. Well, I don't know if there are the scouts through the city. They know everything. They know who's selling drugs, they know who's criminal, they know who's badger, they know who's farmer, they know everything. Where Tom living, where Harry living. You understand? So look at that.
Back up what you was saying, you know, when it was supposed to be in a morning state, right? This is the book of Esther, chapter 6, right? Verse 12. And Mordecai came again to the king's gate, but Haman hasted to his house mourning, and have his head covered. So what Mordecai was doing, Mordecai was mourning because Haman was plotting against Israel. So right now all Israel is supposed to be mourning, but they're mourning, but only the hopefully let mourning right now.
That's right.
As Big Brother Howard was now saying, we mourning, this is mourning right now, this is sackcloth. We mourning for the abomination and the wickedness and the oppression that Israel facing right now. But all of them want to mourn, so all of them feel the hurt of the how bad Shani outside. The Most High out there stretching forth his hands day in, day out. This is love. This is love he's showing it. Rebuke him with the Most High word, this is love.
And if I could say this too, when the Moses had to bring trouble upon this land, right? He had to bring death. Alright? He had to send his son to deliver us. You understand? He had to send his son to deliver us from that time of trouble. You understand? Because the amount of death it's gonna have in this place, alright? You people gonna be terribly in trouble. You gonna be looking for us. When them fellas and them is by, right now you watching us and saying, oh, watch them. I see that dummies, I see that stupidities. Bearded, why they can't shave their beard? You understand? I tell my trouble coming up on here. That's right. And I think you finish?
Yeah, it's a buena.
This is John chapter 16 verse 20. Verily, verily I say unto you, that you shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice. And you shall be sorrowful, but your sorrows shall be turned into joy.
That's right. So what gonna happen is right now we mourning, right? Right now we can't wait for our Lord to come back. But you people you wanna continue in this place. This place is being taken down.
That's
by
right.
the Lord.
That's right.
Alright, the prophets are out here today. Day on, day off. And just now we're gonna have a time of trouble. Just so you won't be able to buy no food. Alright? And that's the time you people go wanna be looking for God.
That's right.
And that time, many of you are going to be put to death.
That's right.
Your families, your children, your mom, your dad, all right? And that's the time you're going to be looking for us, all right? But guess what? Death is upon you people, and you don't even know it. All right? Yeah, bring it.
This is Psalm 149. Start from verse 4. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praise of Yahweh be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
Yeah, fetters is like handcuffs, right? You're going, hey, kings, Donald Trump, but hey, let's go past that. Nah, you can't. Yeah. You're going to be like, oh, the Bilderbergs, the Rockefeller, the Oppenheimers, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the elites, right? And the real kings that we want. Go ahead, God.
To execute upon them the judgment written.
But they're the ones that got causing all of this. They created the fire on top and fire below. Right? Put sanctions on these nations that they can't afford to self-sustain, steal their money, don't give them it back. You know? Right? When the people start to run, call out the government to be a wicked state, and then come and set up your puppet leader to steal all the resources. Right?
Dishonor of all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh Hashem Yoshai.
Right? Right? Praise ye Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, because he's the only power that's telling you at the beginning, at the end and at the beginning. None of the Shiva Ganesh, Mother Lakshmi, Krishna, Allah, Buddha, none of them are telling you what's going on the planet today. Baphomet. All these fucking people serving Baphomet, they're serving Satan. Right? And that's why they lost. That's why they're preparing for carnival. These women going to fucking school, empowering themselves. These men tussling behind these women. You understand? This next one drunk, beating up, just being a fucking adversary, just being a Satan, just knocking for no reason. You know, that spirit on him. For no reason. This is salvation, you know. But he being a hindrance and a disturbance. You understand?
Alright, the most I want to do this to them there, if I could bring this up.
Go ahead, bring it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 11 verse 11. Therefore saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape.
The Most High going to bring hard times which you'll not be able to escape. Because it's going to come down to what? Revelation 3 and 10. The hour of temptation. Right? Because it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and born to receive a mark. They're not going to be able to escape because what? Only the saints going to escape. Those that the Most High want to escape. Right? Some of us going to be martyrs for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All praises and glory be unto him.
That's right.
You understand? He's going to put that spirit upon his men to resist. Right? But they won't be able to escape. Because they don't put their trust and their faith in, hey, this book is a fairy tale. The white man, remember the Rasta last week? The white man used that book. All they believe in that white man book and all that kind of bullshit. Guess what?
What you believe in? You believe in Selassie, you believe in naturalism and all kind of ass. You're still you're by the bar, drinking and smoking your life away. The scripture says, he that destroy his temple, the Most High will destroy him.
That's right.
Because he had the temple of the Most High. The scripture talk about making the temple holy.
Zephaniah 3. Hey, see them dumb niggas like selling smoke out white Bibles. You know them not in the right mind.
Can't.
You know they don't know this. They just repeating what they hear.
Can't. Because they're too lazy to go and search it up.
I know you don't follow up a nigga like that. So come on, okay.
Some dumb nigga telling me that, oh, no, it's not so, because Satan was there with God all the time, and then the angels at the bottom to man, and all kind of. So I said,
yeah, they lost. The scripture says what? My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because why? Because they reject knowledge. Because the knowledge is being given unto them, but they want to push their bullshit on the world. Now guess what? You never had a forum, but when they see the men of the Lord come up on their forum, you want to come and teach. Can't. So the Most High, hey, at the end of the day, there's always flee. The scripture said the wicked flee when no man pursue it. But the righteous are as bold as a lion. We have the endurance. Humbly, Salakia. The elect have the endurance. We are the hopeful elect. Right? Yahweh Shimei say what? He that enjoyeth unto the end will be saved.
That's right.
Right? And he's not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man.
Because it was said to go into our revelation, go to go and quote all great, small and great, all small and
To receive a man.
And this is Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 14. Then Yahweh Hashem Yahushai said unto me, out of the north an evil shall break forth.
And who's that north? That is Russia. Right? That evil going to come forth in the form of missiles. Right? What?
Upon all the inhabitants of the land.
Upon all the inhabitants of which land? America. Right? And its confederates. Go ahead.
I'm reading Zephaniah, right?
Go ahead.
This is Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 19. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee.
Yeah, the Most High going to undo all that afflict thee. Who afflicted the nation of Israel? Esau. Right? This heathen Ishmael. We went through it in Psalms 83. Go ahead.
And I will save her that
that halted.
Halted.
Right, who halted? The elect. We halted from falling after these false philosophies, doctrine. Look, your brother holding up what? Sergio Bourget. Right? We halted. We don't serve these idols. Right? We don't follow false philosophies and doctrine. We don't put our trust in men. These people put their trust in the government. The word government goes back to govern, which means to rule, maintain in Latin, which means right? These people rule their mind, and if it was awakened, that's right. Right? Because the economic collapse coming, the famine coming, because they take away your GDP, which was what your oil production. Right? They take away your sugarcane production, they take away your cocoa production, they take away your corn production, right? Not corn, coconut production, right? When you go down Manzanilla, you had the coconuts, right? You used to produce that and export. You have CCG, Coconut Growers, or CGC, Coconut Growers, CGA, Coconut Growers Association, I think that is it in Lamantil. You had the citrus. You had the cocoa and you had the sugar. They remove all that in their wisdom. And what? They follow the white man's philosophy. Right? Which meant what? Certain nations produce certain things and all they exchange. Right? But guess what? One of the measures, because the scripture says in 2 Ezra chapter 9 verse 1, measure down the tide diligently within itself. One of the measures is that what? The ship's not sailing. Right? So that means what? There's no trade is on the down low. Right? And if trade is on the down low, then we are import nation. How you going to eat? How you going to eat? Sandals these fall through. Petrotrin closed down. Right? All they choose who? All they choose to side with Venezuela, which is an enemy of the United States. And you're supposed to be an ally of the United States. You have an embassy here, you know what that means? That means that you're gonna get shut up in war. You understand? You're all in the crosshairs of war. Right? But by people like what? Hosea 4 and 6. Somebody give me that real quick. Hosea 4 and 6. Right? Because we're not out here speaking our words, we're just speaking the prophecy of the Bible that the pastors don't read.
That's right.
Right? They read, you know what they do? They use eloquent speech to take your money out of your pocket, to rob your grannies and your mummies and your aunts and your sisters. Right? They don't read the book. The book tells you everything that's happening on the planet Earth. Go ahead.
This is Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
Go ahead.
Because they had rejected knowledge.
Because they reject knowledge. You don't like to watch the fucking deliverance but never listening to the message. Right? The scripture says, Paul said, well, do I be rude in speech but not in knowledge? Right? All hell is about to break loose on this land.
That's right.
Trinidad and Tobago. Right? But mainly in what? Babylon, which is America. Right? Destruction, them missiles that they had prepared is not to stay in a museum, not to be up in archives and relics. Right? They're going to be shut off.
That's right.
Them ICBMs. They're going to be shut off. There's presently a new arms race. Right? And Russia's at the head. At the helm. What? America's what? 10 years behind. Russia has, what is hypersonic? Hypersonic missiles. They have avant-garde that can travel 27 times the speed of sound. No missile defense system can stop that. Do you all know that Trinidad had a radar and missile defense system from the old Cold War? Right down there in what? Macrip? Half the country don't even know that. The US have a base down there in Macrip with a old radar missile defense system. Right? But it's abandoned. America abandoned that. Right? The submarines used to come here. They abandoned that. As a matter of fact, last year Russia sent submarines down here. You all don't even know that. You all hear about the Russian spy ship, but they had a Russian submarine here too. Right? Russia have two islands off the coast of what, just below Jamaica and Cuba. They have 2 islands on this side. Russia on the doorsteps. They leave Venezuela, yet still all their prime minister standing up with who? Venezuela. You're going to be destroyed. The famine come in. The economic sanctions come in. Right? Don't shoot the messenger. Take heed to the message.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Zephaniah chapter 3.
No, Salakia. Finish on Hosea.
Right? Back in Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
Go ahead.
Because they has rejected knowledge.
Yeah, because they reject knowledge. Right? Because we're not in the church, we don't have a 3-piece suit. We look rough and we speak rude. Right? They reject knowledge. But guess what? Most are going to reject you.
That's right. Scripture going to say, I will reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me.
Right. Most are going to reject you. Give me Ezekiel chapter 22 verse 11, Baba Kosha. Right? Because you all love to say, boy, since I was young, I hear the Lord coming. Right? Since I was young, I hear the Lord coming. But guess what? The Most High say going to put a stop to that parable.
God.
Right? Most High going to make all the put their foot in all their mouth.
God. This is Ezekiel chapter 22 verse 11. And one had committed
12 and 22. Salakia.
This is Ezekiel chapter 12 verse 22. And it reads, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days prolongeth and every vision faileth.
Right, that the days prolongeth. Go to 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 4. Right? The days prolongeth and every vision. You was going back there. You go back to Ezekiel.
You say Ezekiel.
Right. Stay in Ezekiel. Go ahead. 3 and 4. 3 and 3. Salakia. Yeah. Quarter.
2 Peter chapter 3 verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming?
Yeah, that's what they say. Where's the promise of his coming? Because you all don't see. Right, going back to Ezekiel, forget that one. Ecclesiastes. Right, you all don't see judgment coming. You all don't understand that these famines, these pestilence, these earthquakes, these tsunamis, all these things are the judgment of the Lord, meaning that the Lord is returning. That's what the prophet says in Matthew 24 verse 7. That's right. And Luke 21. Right? And other precepts. Right? That the Lord coming back. When they see these things, the end is nigh. Right? Go ahead.
For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation.
All things continue as they were from the beginning of creation, because you all don't know what is the judgment of the Lord. You all don't know what is the reproofs of the Most High. The Most High reproving you all by these what so-called natural disasters, where you call Mother Earth and Mother Nature doing this and doing that. No. Rainfall in the deserts is not Mother Earth. Hailstorms is not Mother Earth. The Most High talk about these different things in what? And I think it's Wisdom of Solomon too. 16. Wisdom of Solomon 16. You talk about hails and yeah. Even
Go
ahead, bring it.
Sirach 39 verse 29. Fire and hail.
Go ahead.
And famine and death. All these were created for vengeance.
29 verse 39.
39 verse 20.
Alright, go ahead.
Right?
Go ahead.
Continue.
Yeah.
Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword,
16 and 16.
punishing the wicked to destruction.
Right, you should put on Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 16.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, verse 16. For the ungodly that deny to know thee was...
They deny to know Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, to know his ways. Right? To listen to the prophets, so understand what's going on. Go ahead.
Scourged by the strength of thy arm, with strange rains, hails, and showers, were they persecuted that they could not avoid, and through fire were they consumed.
Right. These are the scourges sent by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It's not no Mother Nature. We here to declare who's sending it, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? Right? There's no Mother Nature in this thing. We don't worship the woman up here. Right? It's our Father, our Papa, God, Abba Father, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Hashem Arakakodash.
That's right. This is Matthew 24, verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Yeah, and the time of Noah was a prophet, a preacher. Right? A preacher. Noah prophesied. Because what? It took 100 years before the floods came. Noah was a Beliar. And you say that the floods was going to come. But guess what? They didn't understand that because what? All they understood was that rain, dew used to come up to water the earth. Rain never fell since the time of the flood. You understand? Plus the Most High didn't give them faith. Right? Didn't give them that understanding. But Noah had that faith. Him and his household. But the 8 souls were saved. Plus the animals. Clean and unclean. To repopulate the whole earth. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Guess what? What the people was doing? The people was doing what? They was frolicking. They was committing adulteries. They was drinking themselves to a drunken stupor. They was having orgies, all these different things. They said there's no thing on earth. What you see on planet Earth now? Homosexuality. All these things are just called. It's happening on planet Earth now. It happened before. Same thing as in what? In Sodom and Gomorrah and the other 5 cities. The other 3 cities. Right? Because those 5 cities destroyed. It's the same abomination being done on the earth again. Go ahead.
Yeah. You see, verse 38 is for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, right, until that Noah the ark, and they knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the Son of Man be.
Wait, and that's what that ark represented, what that bridge, which represented Yahweh Shai, right? Because Yahweh Shai is what we had the Ark of the Covenant, which is in the shape of a bridge, right? And Yahweh Shai is that ark, right? That's what? So our Lord, Yahweh, that's right? And there's the 3rd temple being built, right? So you all refuse to be built up, Israel, right? You all refuse to let what? The Holy Spirit enter back into you. The Spirit of wisdom and understanding was coming back to what? To Nahum chapter 3. But you finish yours in Ezekiel.
Right? Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 23 goes on to say, tell them therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. But say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision.
Yeah, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. Then Habakkuk say, in Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3 say what? The vision is yet for an appointed time. So we see the vision, the effect of every vision. Famine, pestilence, wars, rumors of wars, right? Luke talk about what the time of great perplexity, and that's what we're going into. Because guess what? Even though the government is reopened in Babylon, guess what? They have 3 weeks to get themselves in order to pay for the wall. And when they don't do it, what's going to happen? They're going to be shut down again. Only meanwhile, the playing a sport, this inflated money is going to fall.
This Goldman Sachs, this part of the circle, he said the only way Trump can win the tariff war is to collapse the economy. That's the number one agenda, to collapse the economy.
Yeah, so that's how these nasty Jews play. They owe and then they cut out and start over. Call it the Shemitah, right? They start over,
but if you
right?
Jew, right? They say after 7 years, it's supposed to...
So the Shemitah, the year Jubilee, right?
It's supposed to kind of clean.
Forgive them the debts.
You understand?
Right? But they run themselves up in a high debt. And that's their plan.
Yeah.
You see, you all don't know not much of the enemy. Right?
This is Sirach chapter 4, verse 31. Let not thy hand be stretched out to receive, and shut when thou shouldest repay.
Yeah, and as you see, the scripture says, far so long they rule with deceit. And that's deceit. You know? Can I see Nehum from Abba Kusha?
I wasn't reading Nehum.
Yeah, not Nehum, sorry. Zephaniah chapter 3.
20.
Yes, Zephaniah, Salaki. Right, because the Most High going to deliver his elect. The elect, he said, my servants going to eat. He said, gather my saints together, they that kept the covenant by what? Sacrifice. You understand? Well,
Zephaniah chapter 3.
I will read over 19.
what?
Right?
Start from verse 19. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halted, and gather her that was driven out.
So who afflict thee? America, Esau, and these heathens. They all afflicted thee. And who halted? The saints of the Most High. The hopeful elect. That's a man.
Yeah, that's the way I'm saying it, right? 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with your power to recompense tribulation unto them that trouble you.
Yeah, so recompense is coming, and that's what we see happening to Babylon and these Edomites. Right? These Edomites trying to hold on to their white supremacy. But the Most High is what is taking away that power. You know? You're not supreme. You're being seen for the dogs and the scum of the earth that you all are.
If I may say, right? Everybody shook up at what go on in San Fernando with the man who chop up the man and kill him, right? Now, somebody, a carnal person, will go understand what go on there. Because people feel to think that the Most High not in control of things outside here. But here the scripture says in the book of Sirach chapter 39, verse 35, verse 28. Here it says, there be spirits created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appears the wrath of him that made them. So all them spirits and them that happen on people to kill brutally, all the leaders and them to cause all these famines and pestilence.
Hey, they have a lot of blood on their hands.
Well, all what going on around the world, good or bad, these are the spirits that the Most High created them to do that.
Well, actually, yeah, the Most High, that's a beautiful point, because the Most High say the leaders of these people cause them to err. Right? It's the leaders of the people causing the oppression. Right? This watch is directly proportional. Crime is directly proportional to what economics. Right? If the people have no money, they're going to commit crime. Right? And to the Most High belong the issues of debt. Until what? And nobody ever perished being innocent. You understand? All these precepts go in hand in hand. Right?
And the king's heart, the Proverbs, the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord.
This is Proverbs 21, verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. As the rivers of water, he turneth it wheresoever he will.
So you see, the scripture says the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. So when the king at Trinidad and Tobago order for the rice
the oil, the sugar, the pitch to be shut down. Is the Most High were doing that to bring his judgment upon the face of the earth.
Hey.
Because all they don't want to hear the Most High. All they feel the Most High go want to hear only when the time come, when famine and sufferation come, and all they can feel all they churn. All now is the time to come unto the Most High. The prophets of the Lord outside here crying and telling you about what they're doing. All they going all their merry way. All they feel is sweet Jesus, right? All they feel all they blessed and highly favored. Like what them nasty pastors telling all in the church. But it's not too blessed about famine, about giving all their children vaccinations with poison in it. It's not too blessed and highly favored about that.
I'm a precept here to the king's heart. This is Zechariah chapter 3 verse 1. It says, and he showed me Joshua, the high priest, standing before the angel of the Lord, and Satan standing at his right hand to resist him. You understand? So that's as I was saying that, you know, the king's heart, which is his mind, is in the hand of the Lord. Right? The Most High can put Satan to counsel you. So it seems like something right, but it's your own destruction. Right? I think the same thing happened with what Ahab.
Ahab and Samuel.
Yeah. You understand? So the Most High counsel fucking Keith Rowley into a position where he has a lot of blood on his hands. And the land cannot be cleansed except of the blood that shed it. Right? So the Most High going to kill all these fucking rulers. He's going to kill these rulers.
That's right.
You understand?
Most High said this iniquity shall not pass except they die. Anybody could, Baba Kosha could recall that scripture for me. This iniquity shall not pass except they die.
Finish up that. I want to finish up that. Zechariah.
Zephaniah. Yeah, Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 19, continuing. I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. And that.
Who's that? That's the saints, that's the prophets of the Most High. They're going to get praise and fame because you're going to know these men, the Holy Spirit really dealing with them.
That's
the
right.
Lord favor them.
That's right.
Go ahead.
At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you. For
the time when he gathering us. He gathering us now by what the word. Of course, the four corners of the earth and through what the YouTube, the internet, the World Wide Web. Right? And then he's going to physically gather us by what? By the chariots. Right? Then they're going to stand up in great war, saying that those the men, obviously, we sometime had in derision. Right?
Isaiah 11 verse 11. Lord shall put this on a second time.
If I may interject quick.
First time was when? In Egypt.
How the fame will come to the prophets? Because it will be undeniable what it is we saying is the truth. What it is we coming outside here and saying about the kings of the earth, about the famine, about all the atrocities and wars that going to happen on the earth is truth. And we lie not because we come in, thus said the Lord.
Yeah, the praise and fame too going to go to one. Not generally to the prophets, but to the elect. Because really and truly they have prophets out here that know that there's Israel, but they're not the elect of the Most High. Right? But the praise and fame going to go to the elect because at the end of the day, you have IUIC saying that what? There's not going to have a time of Jacob's trouble. Right? You have GOCC saying that salvation coming from the sea. Right? You have all this kind of craziness. You have other camps talking about you get up and get ready to fight the Armageddon, go and pick up arms, one train, tap into Esau's blessing, HOI and ISUPK, tap into Esau's blessing. But the Most High not dealing with them. The men who stand up here in faith and what and die for the Most High, right? That stood stiffly for his name. They are the men who want to get praised. Hey, a little example of that is what Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. He said, well, some woman shall take hold of one man. Right? Who you going to take hold of? Go TD Jakes, Dollar. What is ours on Kofi down in South Central? No, they're not going to take hold of them men. They're going to take hold of the prophets of the Lord because what? We will be fed. The saints of the Lord, Salakia, the scripture says, my servants will eat. Right? They're going to know power. They're going to see the aura. Some men going to have spiritual powers before. Some men going to be healing. Right? Some men going to be what? Teleporting. You don't know what? You know? What?
At that time I will bring you again, even in the time that I gather you. For I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth.
Yeah, the Most High going to make your name and a praise. You're going to be exalted. Right? You're going to be highlighted. Right? These were the men. These are the men of the Lord. These are the angels. These are the 144,000 elect. Elect means what? Chosen. These are the chosen of the Most High. Right? Go ahead. What was that?
When I turn back when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, said Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, the Most High is turning back our captivity before our eyes presently. Right? Because America, Babylon is going down. Babylon is going down. Right? The king of Babylon heard the report and he's scared. You understand? He's going down. Avant-garde missile 27 times the speed of sound. Right? Nuclear robotic subs. You understand? These are the type of weapons Esau has against Esau. Russians have against what? The Americans. China creating the Navy. China sending they have their own satellites up in space. They don't have to depend on to piggyback off of any of the American satellites. China had this shit up there. Russia had this shit up there. Right? China had their rockets. Even Elam had their own rockets going up in space and their own satellites. Right? Nobody had to piggyback off of America anymore.
AI technology.
Can't.
You have an AI submarine.
Can't, Moab. Yeah, can't.
You don't need no man to drive that.
China and Russia are ahead of America in this arms race right now. Right?
And they spend less money than America.
Can't. America spend plenty money on toys because they think it's going to be a hand-to-hand fucking battle. So they create these little Andromeda sticks from Boston Dynamics. Right? These robots to carry what? To piggyback to carry munitions on the battlefield. Russia ain't dealing with that. It's kill everybody and done. It's missiles they're dealing with. Yeah. Okay.
This is Daniel. Daniel chapter 4 and verse 32. And they shall drive them from men, right? This precept is really based upon kingdom, right? And they shall drive them from men, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field. They shall make thee to eat grass as oxen, and 7 times shall pass over thee until thou know that the Most High rule in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whomsoever he will. So just now the kingdom gonna be handed over to who? To we.
That's right.
You understand? That's how we gonna be ruling this place. And as the brother said, this place had to be destroyed by the nuclear missiles. Alright, right now it's a marathon gonna start just now, and the marathon gonna be what? With the nuclear missiles. So right now everybody flexing and exercising their muscles. You understand?
It's so right.
This is going to war. Look at the war going on in this years. Yeah. Don't come in this side now. The war on this side now. Go side bring the war from the east to the west.
God. Let me just say this one real quick. This is Sirach chapter 10 verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, right, and injuries, unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
That's right.
Right? So that's what you're seeing, the translation.
And it's really a slow process, it's a balance. You understand?
Second Esdras, to back up the brother, Second Esdras, chapter 5, we talk about can the woman bring forth more children at once? Because the brother talking about a slow change, right? When Esdras was asking the Most High, hey, so why it is that the go through all this torment? You know? And the Most High explained to him, okay? The last verse.
Second Esdras chapter 5, verse 56.
And it's balanced too, because the Most High when there's clicky fingers so and everything. But,
verse 53, sorry.
But we had to go through the same, you know? So the nations had to go through the same we went through. The Most High can balance the scale. You understand? And it could be double things. If you blessing you blessing you double. And if you punishing you again double, he ain't getting you one. You understand? 2 is better than 1. Even when you're preaching. You know?
The second Esdras chapter 5 verse 53. And she shall answer thee, and they shall be born in the strength of youth, of one fashion, and they that are born of the time of age, when the womb faileth, are otherwise. Consider thou therefore also how that ye are less of stature than those that were before you, and so are they that come after you less than ye. As the creature which now begin to be old and have passed over the strength of youth.
Jump up to 46.
Verse 46. And he said unto me, ask the womb of a woman, and say unto her, if thou bringest forth children, why doest thou it not together, but one after another? Pray her, therefore, to bring forth 10 children at once.
We said 47.
It says, and I said, she cannot, but must do it by distance of time.
So how this kingdom being translated? By distance of time. Because a woman can bring 10 children out of she womb at once. Right? So that what the most I explained to Ezra. Right now, we pulling Esau heel right now like this. Right? So right now he on level platform. Obadiah 1 and 6 say, how shall we search out Esau? With the prophets of the Most High searching out Esau.
What is reprobate?
You understand?
No, coming back here.
Precept here to bring out that. This is Amos chapter 9 verse 1. I saw Yahweh Hashem Yahushai standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake and cut them in the head. All of them I will slay. The last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. Though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them through. Though they climb up to heaven.
Though they dig into hell, the Most High hand will take them through. Is the Most High hand. The right hand is Yahushai.
God.
Right? Who is responsible for that? Elon Musk. That is the devil responsible for digging into hell. He had the main contracts for what? Building them underground cities. They show you that in Resident Evil. Umbrella Corporation. Right? And what we read the next part? Though they build a nest in heaven.
Though they climb up to heaven.
Though they climb up to heaven, that in Obadiah 2. Right? Though they climb up to heaven, that's what the ISS, the International Space Station, then they have the satellites. They're talking about they having a space force and weaponizing space. Space been weaponized. Space has been weaponized. There's a video on YouTube showing you that they're trying to shoot behind a chariot. Right? When they're trying to shoot behind the chariot with a slingshot, it was a laser they tried to shoot behind the chariot, and the laser was too slow. And imagine that laser is light. Light comes before the song. You see the flash of the light from the gun, and then you hear the song after. Light, the speed of light is faster than sound. Right? And it was still too slow for the laser. For the chariot. You understand?
Obadiah chapter 1 verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, then will I bring thee down, said Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Yeah, the Most High gonna bring you down. When the chariots come, the Most High gonna clear up all that space shit. Right? Because they have them satellites and them telescopes up there in space to fit the challenge the Most High give them. If they can measure what? The depths of space, the depths of sea, and the depths of the earth, right? The Most High would what? Reverse the curse? And, which is not give them any repentance. Well, you would give them repentance and do away with Israel. You understand?
If I could put in this too. So if really what the Most High operating to, he's operating like the master creator. You understand? Well, yes, he is the master creator, but you can actually see the artwork. You understand? Because what the Most High doing, like if you're making a movie, you can't just make one man big and strong and everybody weak. He balancing off the battle. You understand? He making Esau build his technology. You understand? So when the Lord come back, when Yahushai come back, you understand? They go have a little challenge. If they say, you know, the shell might look good, but the inward part of the shell might be nothing. You understand? He wins after a chariot. You know, he just might look a little fancy, might be done.
The Lord said, your men and your horses is what? Flesh. You understand? Yahushua say, I'm not going to meet you like a man. I would not meet thee as a man.
There's the presence of the Most High, and the different auras understand? That's watching him alone. You know, that just beyond. Because you're watching us stand in this kind.
No back you up right there. Back you up just watching him alone. No back you up right there. This is second address.
Well, again, you're watching us stand in the sky and it has nothing on the earth what could compare to the beauty of a star in the sky. You understand? The heavenly beauties, it has nothing on us that what could compare to them things.
This is second address, chapter 13. I'm gonna start 1. It says, and it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the ways thereof, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that was seen under him. That's Yahweh Shai. You think tremble what is seen underneath him? Because the so-called white man demonized Yahweh Shai and the angels. But the thousands are coming with is what the angels, right? And have the world feeling that what that is aliens, right? But Israeli, Yahweh Shai, the Lord, and what the angels.
I speak as a man. I would like to believe he will come out. Can't. Understand? But what the scripture say, he had no instrumental, he had no sword or nothing in his hand. You understand? But what a blast of
beam. I will continue.
Yeah.
It says, right. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, was gathered together the multitude of men out of the number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. And that voice go back into what? The lasers from the laser beam. The laser beam from the chariots.
That's right. They're going to be fighting too now. Why is it the violence?
It says, and after this I beheld, lo, they were gathered together a multitude of men out of the number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. That means that they're gonna in World War III, when they got to fight themselves in the Middle East, right? They're gonna turn to fight Yahweh Shai. Right? The Most High gonna gather them there from the four winds, the four nations, the four quarters, not four nations, sorry, the four quarters of the earth.
So you talk, earlier on I was talking about he shoot behind a chariot, right? This is Revelation chapter 12, starting at verse 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his archangels fought against the dragon.
And this is what Christianity take and fucking turn it up like a callaloo and having to believe that this happened already. This has not happened. This is about to happen.
Right.
Christianity, have you believed that the Most High create something lesser than him, right? He creates something, and that something have enough power to create, to destroy, to fight with him, right? And all that bullshit. Go ahead.
If I could say this quick, where you reading from?
Revelation 12.
Why would it be written in the last book? What happened in the beginning?
Yeah, the word revelation means to reveal.
In Genesis, it would have said in the beginning, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and get kicked out. And then the Most High made the earth. Why written in Revelation? What happened? I'm talking about that.
Yeah, James 2:9.
Revelation chapter 12 verse 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon.
Yeah, Michael and his angels. Michael is not Yahweh Shai, by the way, for all you false preachers. Yahweh Shai is Yahweh Shai. Michael is one of the archangels alongside with Raphael, Uriel, Gabriel.
Michael the archangel is the captain one and the Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, the army.
That's right. This is James chapter 2, verse 19. Thou believest that there is one power, thou doest well. The devil also believe and tremble.
Yeah, so the devils, them know it have a power there, but you dummies thinking the Lord have no control. I know angels, everybody have free will, and they could do what they want, and you can think about what you want, but you fools don't know that the Most High controlling you. You understand? You are how to say it, by a puppet. You understand? There's nothing out here moves or exists on its own. You know? The Most High, he had to give that a portion of his spirit, you know, for whatever, like a vehicle, especially missiles. You understand? For it to operate or for it to work. You know, so all these things, the devils, alright, you Esau, the Most High in control of you too. You understand? The Most High controlling you to do his bidding.
Missiles and them, what make up are the elements? Who make the elements? The Most High, so everything descended from the Father of power, the Father of spirit, which is the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushai. Right? He is and will be and will forever be.
Yeah, to back up, Revelation 1 and 8.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 8. And it reads, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which is, and which was, and which is to be, which is to come, the Almighty.
But how come they can say Satan was always there with the Lord when he said he is the beginning and the end?
That's right.
You understand? He started with you and he got end with you.
Right. Oh, John 1:1 too.
Revelation chapter 12 verse 7, and there was war in heaven. No, not two heaven, but this war will not start really three heavens a lot to what I have, right? This war really going to start in space first, because they have these space armies, these space things that they put on these satellites, these lasers and all these things, so you're going to start there first, you know? Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, right? So that going back to the EU, the nature, all them who sending up these things up there, you know, because they feel they can defeat our power, which our power created you. That's why the book of Psalms, we're going to bring this precept, Psalms 9 verse 20. Outside from 19, he say, arise, O Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, let not man prevail, let the heathen be judged in thy sight. Put them in fear, O Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that the nations may know themselves, but to be but men. Salah, all these men, all they can fight against Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All they can set up these laser beams on these satellites to feel like they can fight against our power, as Big Brother Burra was now saying, or they shoot against one of the chariot, and let's imagine all the laser beam was slow.
God. It look like it's slow motion.
Come on, Esau. All ain't ready for this. That's the reason why the book of Luke 12, he said that strong man coming into the house and take it hold. The house shall come to take hold of this kingdom and subdue all kingdom. That's the reason why the book of Revelation says you will have crowns upon his head. Many crowns. You know, our brother told still for our precept.
Yeah, our precept. That is why, you know why they go into the scriptures. Although they hear in men breaking it down the correct way, they go still say them things because this is what they want to do. This is the book of Romans chapter 10, verse 2 and 3. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of Yahweh power, but not according to knowledge. For they being ignorant of the right of Yahweh power's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness. This is where all of them must do. Go about establishing all their own righteousness, all them priests and pastors all over the place. Because all they want to teach people doctrines of men and lies and deceit, and have them thinking the blessed and highly favored when destruction come in.
It's the same thing they used to do back in war. You understand? When the Lord set up men to take down certain places, it had certain Levites and certain men who went to establish their own righteousness, and they failed.
Can.
You understand?
Really finishing out yet? having not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahweh Basham Yahushai. So you see that? They don't want to submit themselves to the scriptures. The book of Psalms 19 say the law is perfect. But why all you always trying to say the laws are the most I done away with? Because all you want to feel all your foolish brain. The most I say, behold, I come in the volume of the book. Everything that was written after was written of me. So how it go be done away with? The scripture also say not one jot or not one tittle will pass until all be fulfilled. It's still a prophecy to be fulfilled. All you want to go out and eat steak pork and shrimps and everything abominable. All you want to feed all your own selfish will, all your own brain. And don't want to submit all yourself to the Most High.
Shalom on ya. Shalom. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Harakodash to the Akim when he come and go.
Shalom. Shalom. Yes, sir.
The Psalm chapter 1 and verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and in his law doth he meditate day and night, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water. Alright, you'll be continuously fed. Alright, in the spirit, not in the flesh. Alright, because that's the main feeding that we need as so-called Black, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Alright, nutrition for the spirit. Alright, many of you jakes out here who have that kind of nutrition. Alright, yes, you might be living lavishly, you have food, alright, at your will, but you're hungry spiritually. Alright, you're poor spiritually.
That's right, that's right.
Alright, and as the brother was saying, you all indulge yourselves in these unclean meats. Alright?
Gonna sing a song, say, the belly full what the star I'm a lot and still wanting.
Can. I spirit.
Wait, the last verse. Jah, without you, they're empty.
Fill us up with your mercy.
Fill us up with
Wisdom of Solomon.
It have brothers out there preaching this shoot in America. It have brothers out in the small islands preaching this shoot.
Australia, Alaska, New Zealand.
I died the rivers of water, that is the way wisdom flowing at Great Millstone.
Yeah.
Alright? Started by the elders and apostles. Well, their elders, alright, with the elders now that we have, alright, continuing that work. Alright, diligently. You know? Go ahead, Ak.
I will make the wilderness a pool of water, and the dry land springs of water.
That says what wisdom will flourish. You know? It also was described in Ezekiel, it was to the ankle, then it was to the knees, then it was above the waist with water that you could swim in.
That's right.
You know? The scripture says what? For the truth it shall flourish.
It says, I will plant in the wilderness the cedar, the shittah tree, and the myrtle, and the oil tree. I will set in the desert the fir tree, and the pine, and the box tree together, that they may see and know and consider and understand together that the hand of Yahweh had done this, and the Holy One of Israel created it.
They go understand together. And the ones that are going to understand together is the elect. Alright, because 2/3 of the nation of Israel have no understanding. Alright? You all don't have no understanding, and mainly you women also. Because the Most High deprive you women of understanding. Alright? This the Most High deals, and wisdom deals with men.
That's right.
Alright? Brother?
I have a precept of the comment, but just 1 second. Right? Brother, if I pronounce the first part of your name wrong, Kaya Tazaya 1, Tam Wa Ama 1. He said Mark 7 verse 9, and he said unto them full well, he rejected the commandment of Yahweh, that ye may keep your own traditions. I was going back to what I was saying. Right? Tradition of men.
And that is our people's problem. Alright, because these things not benefiting you. Alright? Dealing with the things of men, alright, not gonna benefit you. Alright, the scripture saying Jeremiah, he that put his trust in man is cursed.
Look at it, for example, our local government. You understand? Everybody that's hoping and waiting on our local, even in Babylon, they who was waiting for the government shutdown to end, they put the trust back in man, right? But guess what? as for me and my house, we will serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
That's right. Yeah, back to where I was talking about the wisdom come up to the ankle and not to the legs. Right? This is Deuteronomy 32, verse 1. He said, "Give ear, O heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass." So this knowledge all over the earth. Like the brother Amon was sharing something with us, right? Not to say I couldn't across the ark, I just want to say this now.
Yeah, come.
He said he was praying and he was seeing blue fringes, blue ribbon with the fringe and one set of sheep. You know, so this knowledge going on push heavy, but it already being pushed heavy. You know? Go ahead.
Hey, because that's what we need. We need, our elect needs knowledge. Alright, and that is what
Isaiah
the Most
33
High
and 6.
can. And that is what the Most High about to feed them. Knowledge, wisdom, and knowledge and understanding. Alright, because these times we are heading into, alright, it's going to be very drastic. Alright, there's no game. We don't come out here for show. Alright, the Most High have shown us, alright, through His scriptures that these times, alright, is going to be evil. Alright, it's going to get very dread. Alright, it's going to be famine. Alright, and your dependency must be on the Most High to survive. Alright, you must have wisdom and understanding, which is the fear of the Lord. Alright, firstly, the fundamentals is to fear the Most High. Alright? And to fear the Most High, you have to keep His commandments. To show Him that you fear Him.
That's right.
You know? To show Him that you love Him.
You know? This is what I was singing. Finally.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, verse 6. It says, "For though a man be never so perfect among the children of men, yet if thy wisdom be not with him, he shall be nothing regarded."
It shall be nothing regarded if he
thirsty. Be dehydrated.
And that is how we people are. They're nothing regarded. Alright? Of these heathens that are around about them also. You know? These heathens don't regard you all. But they see you all as servants, as slaves, as scums. You know?
Go back to Deuteronomy 4 and 5, he said, "This is your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, said of the nation." And then he said, "This is the wise and understanding people." So by the dehydrated from this word, they regard as nothing as what? Niggas and spicks.
That's right.
Yes, sir. This is Ephesians 4 and 14. That we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness whereby they lie in wait to deceive.
Yeah. That is our people tossed to and fro daily. You know, they in Baptist, 1 minute in Baptist, then they jump to Pentecostalism, and then they jump to the Muslim faith, and then that's how they keep going. Alright? That is how they keep going, because why? They don't want to settle down and absorb the truth. Alright? They don't want to face the mere reality. Alright? That Yahweh Shai is the true Lord, is the Lord's true name, and Yahweh is the Heavenly Father's name. Alright? And they got to keep the Lord's commandments and settle their best ability. They don't want to settle down and, you know, and do these things.
How do we say, who going and do these things is the hope for the elect, right? This is John, this is John chapter 3, start from verse 29. "He that had the bride is the bridegroom, but the friend of the bridegroom withstandeth and heareth him rejoiceth greatly. Because of the bridegroom's voice, this my joy therefore is fulfilled." So when John the Baptist, right, saw Yahweh Shai, he knew that the bridegroom. Can't. Salak.
Yeah, John was a friend of the bridegroom.
God. And we is the Most High wife, right? We is the Most High wife, and he was glad to see Yahweh Shai come and coming again, right? To take us back. So right now we joyful for that, you know. This is John chapter 4, verse 22. "He worship you know not,
what we know. What we worship for salvation is of the Jews. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. Yahweh Shem Shai is the spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
And with that, it's great understanding because what? GMS Great Millstone says what? We have 100% truth.
God.
So they that worship him must worship him in what? Spirit and in truth.
That's
right.
What is the spirit? The Holy Spirit is what? Understanding. According to wisdom of Solomon. Right? And truth. We have 100% truth concerning this doctrine. Right? Cornelius was an Israelite. Right? Yeah, finding chip is the mark of the beast. Right? Mary and Joseph had sex to bring forth Yahweh Shai. He came forth by the seed of man as any other king. Understand? That is the truth. Right? Yahweh Shai is going to come back to deliver us what? By the chariots, what the world called UFOs. The Sabbath begins with what? The moon, which begins with what? The month, which is the month. That's right. The first moon is the first month. It's the first day of the month, and the first Sabbath of the month. Well, that's the truth. Right? And we have the truth. Great Millstone. Right? Go ahead.
This is John chapter 10.
And to what? To our salvation. To the elect salvation. Right? Go ahead.
This is John chapter 10, verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand.
Yeah, because the elect seal. The scripture says in what? Go to John 3:33, Baba Kasha. John 3:33. Yeah.
This is John chapter 3, verse 33. He that had received his testimony had said to his seed.
Had said to his what?
Had said to his seed.
Had said to his what?
Had said to his seed.
Go to Revelation 7, verse 1. Right?
Revelation chapter 7, verse. After on the corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
Right, so the four winds is what? The destruction from the missiles, that nuclear wind. And the sea and the trees represent what? Peoples and nations. Right? So it's saying, hey, hold them destruction before I seal these people. Go ahead. Even the testimony of Yahweh Shai is sealed to what? His seal. Right? That's understanding right there. Right? So watch. The name is important because you have to know who you're calling upon. Who's going to seal you? Who's going to save you? Right? Who's going to deliver you from the destruction that is coming? And that is Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Harakakodah. The Holy Spirit of understanding. Right? Go ahead.
And he cried with a voice to the Father, it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of Yahweh Shem Shai in their foreheads.
And their foreheads just goes back to their mind. Right? So the seal goes back to what? The testimony of Yahweh Shai. Right? The spirit and truth, the understanding of the truth. Right? Give me John chapter 14, verse 17.
John chapter 14,
verse 17.
This is John chapter 17.
14, verse 17.
14, verse 17.
14, verse 17.
Salah. John chapter 14, verse 17. Wow. Even the spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive.
This is the spirit of truth. Right? And which word is speaking about? Israel. Yasharal is the power. The whole world can't receive it. Design to receive it. 2/3 of the world has to be destroyed. 1/3 and the elect will be saved. Right? So the world cannot receive the spirit of truth. They have some of the so-called circumcision that are not going to receive it. They don't receive the testimony of Yahweh Shai. They call upon Ahaya and Yeshaya. They call on the Most High and Christ. Some calling upon Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, but still keeping their wicked customs. You understand? Had the wrong Sabbath, so on and so forth. You understand? Go ahead.
Whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not.
They see him not. Well, we see him, as they're going to say. We see that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, is the prevalent, is progressively moving to be the prevalent form of monetary system, the prevalent form of what? Identification, the prevalent form of what? Medical records. The RFID chip is the way of the future, and the devil, his way is what? Convenience. And that's what his so-called white man is selling. Convenience in the form of a chip. At the wave of a hand, you can go in, you can enter any door. Car. At the wave of a hand, you can access your medical records. At the wave of a hand, you can either debt or credit from your account. You understand? So the store.
For he dwelleth with you, and he shall be in you.
He shall be in you. Right? That's why you go back to Romans and say, our spirit being with their spirit, that we are the sons of the Most High. That's understanding right there.
If I can say this, that's why sometimes in the apostle a lot of hand, the apostle a lot of band everything. In us, the word in us, a word inside me. Sometimes you don't even need to go in the book to say, if you're doing a video, sometimes just go on the camera and like roll. Spirit will just flow. Because it's in us. Alright? So you either might can try where you want, that word done inside your head.
Come. You're all racist. You're all a hypocritical nation. You're all are the thieves, you're all are the deceivers. No matter how you try to paint us in any kind of form or fashion, you have done it to us already, and now it's being done unto you. You understand? And they don't like it. You know what? The light is being shined in your face, and the mirror is being put in front of you, and they don't like what you see it. That's what's going on, Esau. You go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 13 and verse 47. It says that again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind, which when it was full, they drew to shore and sat down and gathered the good into the vessels, but cast the bad away. It says, so shall it be at the end of the world. The angel shall come forth and sever the wicked from amongst the just.
Sever.
Huh?
Sever.
Sever.
Which means a cut.
It's like there's Matthew chapter 13 and verse 47. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net.
The net is this truth. Understand the net is this truth.
Well, yeah, what I told Peter.
Make you fish of men. So the net is this truth. Go ahead.
That was cast into the sea.
Yes, cast into the sea. And we know in the sea they got fish can eat and fish can't eat. Right? Is that symbolic? Right? Go ahead.
It says, and gathered of every kind.
Yeah, this word, the scripture says many are called. But few are choose. When you throw a net into the sea, you just got all kind of fish. You just got a fish with scale and fin, and with fish without scale and fin. You understand? So hey, a lot of jakes out there know that's Israelite. But a lot of them ain't choosing. Right? Yeah, go ahead.
It says, which when it was full,
yeah,
they drew to shore and sat down and gathered the good into the vessels.
Yeah, the good into the vessel, the chariot, the vessel in the chariot. The good is what the elect. They're going to be gathered into the vessel. You understand?
It says, but cast the bad away.
Yeah, the bad will be cast away. They're going to be gnashing the teeth. You understand? Yeah, they're going to be cast away.
I have one of the comment board. In 2 Corinthians chapter 4. So like here. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 1 and 2. It says, therefore seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not. Right? It says, but have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty. Right? Not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of the Most High deceitfully, but by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of the Most High. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world, which is Satan, had blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh Shai, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. To what I care. Alright?
To back up what I was saying, right? That the net is the truth, right? And some of them going to be cast into that fire. This is John 15 verse 6.
Go ahead, Mr. Lackett.
If a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch and is withered, and man gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. So, like some of these Israelites who know they're Israelites, but don't want to choose, right? They don't want to choose. But Yahweh Shai say, if you deny me, I will also deny you. If you have some act, go ahead. But let's get this precept quick in Matthew. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 33. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. So if you deny, how shall I know he gonna deny you when he come in the glory of his power, which his Father give unto him? So if you deny him, no, meaning to say, you know, you're seeing we out here and you're feeling shame about this. We ain't shame about our power. We ain't shame giving glory unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We ain't shame to do what we do. No. Go ahead,
It's Isaiah chapter 56 verse 1. Thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, keep ye judgment and do justice, for my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed. It says, blessed is the man that doeth this, and the Son of Man that layeth hold on it, that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it, and keepeth his hand from doing any evil. So hey, that is our main focus right now. You know, to do justice, to execute judgment, you know, to keep the Most High's commandments and statutes to the best of our ability, we use these righteous acts with faith. You know, that is the duty of a man. You know, when you read Ecclesiastes chapter 12, alright, the whole duty of a man is to fear the Most High, keep the commandments. Alright, not to run down women, not to seek after riches, not to see how much businesses they could open, not to see if they could excel in this life. Alright, the duty as a man in this life is to fear the Most High and keep the commandment. Yes, that is your duty. Alright, and the duty for you women is to be subject unto your husband, to be humble, to dress modestly, stop being proud, stop being arrogant. Can.
It says, Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, swords in their hands.
Yeah, race wars and all these things coming. Alright? Destruction cometh nigh, and it's from the Almighty. That's right. Alright? Yahweh, the one we all ignorantly call God and Jesus Christ, is going to send destruction to the wicked. Alright? And it's not just like that, hey, it's because you're all sinning and continuing in sin. Presumptuous sin. Alright? The Most High is going to execute vengeance and wrath upon you all through his son. Isaiah 13 and 9. You know? This is the book of Isaiah chapter 57 verse 21. It said, there is no peace, saith my power, to the wicked. Alright, so all the peace that the churches be praying for, they're joining together for prayer of peace, day of peace, it ain't going to come. Alright, two hands join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. Can.
There's abomination.
Can.
All the nations of them will be abomination. The only nation that receive peace is you so God people that will make them elect. Hey, but the only nation that receives peace.
Galatians 6:16.
This is the book of Galatians chapter 6 verse 16. And it reads, and as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them and mercy. And
peace be on them and mercy. Alright, unto the Israel of God, unto the elect.
You know, that is who peace is going to be unto. That's why when we greet each other, we say shalom. You know, alright, peace to the elect. We rehearsing righteousness. Alright, righteousness is what exalts a nation. Don't feel like you get up every day, eat pork, alright, go and commit adultery every day and make it and have peace. No, you're going to have destruction. You're going to have discomfort. You're going to have sorrow, and the Most High going to put it on you because you're sinning.
This is Isaiah 48 and 22. There is no peace, said the Lord, unto the wicked.
God, there is no peace, said the Lord, to the wicked. No peace. Alright, scripture says, what destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Alright? So when it says that the place going through famine, and you're all thinking, hey, don't worry, we go pass through the stage and we will get back, things will get back normal. No. Alright? Things going to get worse. It's going to be gradually, and it's going to come upon all of a sudden. Alright? The Most High going to catch all with all their pants down. Because they're thinking God is a Trinity. He's not a Trinity. Alright?
It's blasphemy.
The Most High knows how to reserve the wicked to the day of judgment.
This is Colossians. This is Colossians chapter 3, verse 24. Knowing that of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you shall receive the reward of your inheritance for ye serve the Lord Hamashiach. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he had done, and there is no respect of persons.
The Most High don't show no partiality, alright, when it comes to executing judgment. If you do good, you will receive good. It's plain and simple. Alright, you have a piece about?
Yeah, right, this is Isaiah 13 and verse 6. It says, Hold ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. It shall come after destruction from the Almighty.
I have one thing.
It's important to know who the destruction coming from. Alright, come many
He said, my glory I will give to no other. Sergio Bourget ain't gonna get his destruction.
That's right.
He's not gonna get the glory for this. Yeah, Allah not gonna get that destruction.
Either Satan, hey, they love to blame Satan for everything.
Yeah, Allah crack back. He ain't gonna get that.
Alright, they give Satan too much credit.
Neither the white man.
Satan working for the Most High.
Neither the white man.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, Proverbs 29, 16. It says, when the wicked are multiplied, transgression increase, but the righteous shall see their fall.
But the righteous shall see their fall. Once you're being wicked, once you're sinning against the Most High, once you're saying that nobody could judge you, no man could judge you, alright, you're going and fall. You know, the Most High going and put you down low. The Most High going and humble you because you're proud. Alright? The Most High deals with the humble. You know, he resists the proud. Alright? And that's why the Most High continuously asks people, hey, humble yourselves. You know, say if my people will humble themselves.
This is back up real quick. This is 1 John chapter 3 verse 6. Whosoever abideth in him sinneth not. Whosoever sinneth had not seen him, neither knoweth him. Little children, let no man deceive you. He that doeth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous. He that committeth sin is of the devil, for the devil sinned from the beginning. For this purpose the Son of the Most High was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil.
By their fruits you shall know them.
Okay. And I'm going to go back to the precept I had before. This was Jeremiah 23 and start at verse 15. Therefore thus saith Yahweh of hosts concerning the prophets, behold, I will feed them with wormwood and make them drink the water of God. For from the prophets of Jerusalem is profaneness gone forth into all the land. It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you, that make you vain and speak a vision of their own heart, and not out of the mouths of the Lord. They say still unto them that despise me, the Lord hath said, yet shall have peace. Sorry, the Lord hath said, ye shall have peace. And they say unto everyone that walketh after the imagination of his own heart, no evil shall come upon you. Right? So that's false prophets. Right? It's not going to be peace. We prophesy, hey, according to Jeremiah 28:8, we prophesy the downfall of our kingdom, which is the Edomite kingdom, the Greco-Roman kingdom coming back in reincarnation, the kingdom of Babylon the Great. That's what we prophesy. Right? There's no peace. And watch, before there's peace, there's always war, because somebody has to be established, a ruler has to be established. And how is he going to establish that? By might. Right? The kingdom, the scripture says what? The saints of the Most High are going to take the kingdom. Right? And to take the kingdom is not what? It's not an easy thing. That is what? By war. Right? By force. That is rape. You understand? Okay, that's on the comment board. Proverbs 8:34. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoso findeth me, findeth life, and shall obtain favor of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. Kan Yapa Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai Barakatah to water. Kalalal Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai elect sake 144. Welcome.
Prophets prophesying of war. Right?
The other 18 quick for the batch about it.
This is Jeremiah 28:8. The prophet that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms.
Yeah, so you had that whole scenario where HOI was up there in DC with what with God and what the Catholic Edomite children, the Covington Catholic Edomite children. So they had the both sides first. They had the Catholic boy, he gave a statement, written statement, they read it out on the news, right? And then they had the crisis actor, Phillips, he gave a statement, and then they had a guy representing the Israelites, right? But what he said, he was retracting himself from the whole Israelite movement. Some of us don't do this, some of us don't do that, right? Some of us, we're not warlike, so on and so forth. So that's what hypocrisy. That's not, you're not true to the faith. You're not true to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 28, continuing. Both against many countries and
they will be prophesying against America. Right? Those of us who are in America, that will be considered treason. Right? We should be prophesying against our own country. That's treason right here. Because this kingdom going to fall. Government of Trinidad and Tobago, the PNM, the UNC, the PUP, whoever the hell it is, once you're a province of America, you're going to fall. Right? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to be established. It's not going to have any elections. It's not going to have any democracy. It's just going to have one ruler over the whole planet Earth. Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakakodash, King David, and the elect. Go ahead. The nation of Israel going to be first, just like how you have the so-called Edomites being the most prevalent race on the planet. So-called white men, because what white represents pure. They're supposed to be the wisest. They had what? They had Thomas Edison. They had what? Albert Einstein. All these men. Guess what? These men, right? They stole plenty of the inventions from who? Jake. Through what? Their patterns, right? But the Most High put the Spirit upon them also to create what? These weapons of death, right? Because unto them belong death and hell, right? Go ahead.
And against great kingdom.
And against great kingdom.
Of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right? Babylon is going to fall, right? War is going to come for Babylon to fall. Famine and pestilence is coming there. It's going to have an economic collapse, right? And the so-called white man like to rule through what? Order ab chaos, which is the Latin term meaning what? Order out of chaos. So before they bring that order, they're going to have chaos. And that chaos is going to have what? Famine and pestilence, right? You're going to have plenty hunger, plenty thirst, right? But before they bring that what? Because what? The electric company, nobody ain't going to work if you're not going to get paid. The water company, nobody ain't going to turn the pipes, treat the water, pay to get pipe-borne water, unless they're getting paid. But before all that happens, before the order comes, you're going to have chaos.
So they could see to come with what? The remedy, right? Because the scripture said they rule by deceit. They could seem to come with the remedy, and the only remedy going to be what? The mark of the beast. And that's going to be a test. It's going to be a test to the whole world, because what the scripture says, he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their head. Right? And they that worship the beast and his image and receive his mark. His mark is what? 666. That mark goes back what? Into what? Stigma. Which also goes back into charagma. Which goes back into what? A mark of servitude unto a man. And who is that man? The same man who the earth was given in his hands to rule. The so-called white man, the devil. Look, I'm holding up the devil there. Serge Bourget. That's a representation. They set it up. He immortalized his son to be a god. Alexander the VI, Pope of Rome, he immortalized his son, Serge Bourget. They were the first crime family, right? They murdered, robbed, and extorted their way toward the papacy, right? That man, that devil, that deceiver, right? And if you take his mark, which is the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, right? You're going to be destroyed with the missiles. But the elect, right? The elect, they're not going to take that RFID chip, because the Most are going to put a spirit in them to resist, to either be a martyr or to be delivered out, to be taken up. Because the Most I say, well, in the fullness of thy sufficiency, right? He's going to deliver, right? His elect, right? And it's all going to go to his glory, right? But that we give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, the blood of our apostles and elders at Great Millstone who taught us this truth and who do rule well. Salutations to the elect, because the folk and earth, Shalom. The Akim money coming board, the sincere Akim, Shalom, to whatever coming out. Right? Shalom, Malak, Mawak, Lababal, dead to America, dead to this kingdom, dead to the 2/3, and dead to these heathens. Shalom. Last scripture, Isaiah 26 and 21. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. Shalom to Wada Akia.